Okay, out here on Easter 2017, and I'm trying for a body of water and possibly state record on either smallmouth buffalo or black buffalo. I'm not sure what I'll catch here, but this just gives you an idea of what you have to hunt them in. I'll see if I can find one here. I almost walked right by the spot, but I saw the hydra through the trees. It's a lot harder today because the overcast makes it harder for my polarized glasses to work. But as you can see, if I were to write a book on catching carp or buffalo with a fly rod, I would title it Shadows, Fins, and Tails. The epic Texas long story about catching a state record in the pursuit of greatness. Something like that. But anyway, what you're seeing is you're probably not being able to see through the water as well as I can. But even if you can, it's a lot tougher today than normal. And so what you're doing right now is you're looking for any kind of movement on the top of the water, any kind of movement with the vegetation. You got to walk about, half a mile an hour to a mile an hour slowness. As you can hear me walking really, really slowly, I'm also walking downstream right now, which is even tougher because the sound will go with the stream. So anyway, it's extremely tough. This spot, we'll see if we can find one here. It's kind of a little honey pot for being such high water right now. A lot of times you can find them in schools of hundreds of them. But usually when we're in schools like that, it's really hard to get them to take a bite. I had a estimated 15 to 18 pounder take my fly earlier today, but when I tried to set the hook, I hadn't checked my knots recently, and they're probably a year and a half old, and I broke it off at the knot. He got away. I estimate him somewhere between 33 and 36 inches long, which would beat my state carp record back in the day. 33 inches, 15.5 pounds. So let's see what we can find here. Just trying to keep really, really quiet because they're the most skittish fish out there. So you actually have to stalk them like prey, and then it's really tough to get them to take fish. Here's one right there. You probably can't see it. I'll just drop my fly right in front of him. He's not going to take it. The cloudiness of the water is way too tough. But I don't know if you can see a shadow below the surface. So I'll see if I can sink it down and take it. He's coming right towards me, which makes it even tougher. Drop the fly on him. Got no leverage. He's literally right for me. Right there. Take it. If you can see him, you can see him turning away. He's probably in that 8 or 9 pound range. Not very big for what I'm looking for. The other one I caught was over 12 pounds and over 30 inches. And so I really can't turn an 8 or 9 pound in in good conscience a body of water record. I already missed out on my 12 pounder not knowing this is a different body record. This is called the Elm Fork Trinity River. I'm hoping I don't drop the camera if I get a hook up here. I don't think it'll hook up because right now they are eating, but the problem is their eyes are so narrowly focused that you know, they're not probably going to see it with the water being as murky as it is. So let's see what else we can find here. Unfortunately, right now, with the time of the year the way that it is, the water being the way it is, it's very unlikely that I'll have the room to cast to a fish right now. So let's see if we can find one that you can probably actually see, because I have no idea if you could see that one or not. But we are doing a continuous shot. I'm speaking in a very low whisper tone that the camera can pick up, but the vibrations aren't high enough frequency. They shouldn't get through the water. They shouldn't hear me talking. That fish was within 24 inches of me and never heard me say a word, so that's a good sign. The wind also helps cover my vibrations from my voice. So this is where I was at earlier when I saw 3 monster buffalo. But when I tried to set the hook and it broke, I scared them all away. And again, I'm coming down the river, so the sound's gonna travel of my footsteps. So I gotta be really careful to mimic just moving water sounds. Just shuffle really quietly. Now, I haven't gone on these trees earlier. I'm gonna go ahead and set my hook on the hook right here and reel in so I can get through these trees. Without snagging up here. And hopefully the water's not too deep here. I will say that whenever I'm on the water that I always wear fishing life vest. Not only is it nice and convenient, if I make any stupid mistakes or get surprised by something and end up in the water, I don't have to worry about drowning. You gotta be really careful when you're doing new areas over here, because this looks deeper. It is a little deeper. Something big just got scared of me, but it wasn't probably a buffalo. It's probably a gar, alligator gar, which I'm not fond of anyway. Okay, the water's starting to get deeper and deeper. Be really careful. It's about as deep as I like right now. It's up to my mid-thighs. And any deeper than that, I just stay away from, because your margin of error in the water is so much smaller. Okay, I just hit a broken branch down below. Gotta be really cautious. Okay. I'm gonna head carefully towards shore, because this is up to about the mid-crotch right now. So I'm just scuffing along so I have firm footing and don't plunge into a muckmire hole that I can't see. Okay, so I don't see any buffalo. I'm going to stay close to the shore. And I'm going to travel over here. Okay. So right now is the best egress I can see. And time right now is 5 minutes to noon. So I only got about 30 more minutes before my little adventure's over. So let's see what else I can find. We definitely found a nice little honey pot there. Remember that if the river's up. Coming on some fishermen here, conventional fishermen. Pretty sure they're just trying to catch catfish. So let's see what they say. Just gotta be respectful as we go to. Y'all doing any luck? Y'all had any luck? Y'all had any luck? Y'all had any luck? You guys fishing for catfish? Yeah. Any buffalo at all?
Buffalo.
Catfish, carp, buffalo?
Up front, I know they've been catching over there in front, where the water's being let go.
Oh, right, okay. Down?
Yeah.
Fishermen are always the same everywhere you go. Trying to send me somewhere else if they're not. You can count on a few things in life. You never know what you're going to get. And most fishermen lie. This is that truth. See any buffalo? Any buffalo or carp? Ooh, nice one. Good job, dude. Nice. Good job. On cue.
Right?
You were just waiting until I came by to show me that.
Check it out.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I've got a nice time. Just to see something good. Doing this. There might be some alcohol here that may or may not be able to get through. Okay, that'd be the end of my story today. Don't get to dead water if you can help it. The reason why is there's so much bacteria in there right there, just sitting there not getting run through. It's just a beautiful day out here, but the water is pretty high for what I'm trying to do. I guess we can take a quick look at that. That one is real big. There he is. Now it's just the tree will go. Wow. I'm just executing a little snappy little cast there. I don't see where he went to, but he's definitely hanging out here. catch gar by snagging its teeth. I'm just taking a chance here. There's a very slim chance that I'll catch anything, but I did see him, so rinse him out. Okay, to do a road cast, act like you got peanut butter on your thumb and you're trying to flick it off. And the result is what's called a roll cast. Bring your rod up to straight. Thumb like you got peanut butter on it, straight out. And you're trying to flick it off. And that's what I was trying to do. Exactly. Probably back. Get back there. Something about Texas. I don't know if it's still on or not, but if it is, I'll keep rolling. Let's see what we got here. Looks like there might be a path across there, but let's see what we can find out. Because there's got to be a way that kid got there. Looks like there's a path. He might have come from a long ways away. I see the path. Yeah, it looks like. It's all dead water, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if he came out from the railroad track. There's rock. I assume I crossed the way. Some people come over the railroad track, some way apart.
Well, we're not really from here. This is our first time here.
Yeah, there's a railroad bridge over there. There's some more. Kind of hard. Good luck, brother. Yeah, let's see what time it is. Let's right up the trail. Got about 24 minutes to see if we can see something else. necessarily where we were. It got kind of deep. Kind of thought that was the case. Sure, it's pretty. But if it were, I think it was a little bit more shallow, we'd see some hydrilla and we'd see some buffalo. I mean, it's not there, I just can't see them. You know, they're so quick to spit the fly out. You've got to see them take the fly to have the best chance of setting the hook. Even then, you still got to get them to shore, which is a challenge in and of itself. Fishing is such an overgrown place. It's very, very hard. Very low probability of landing one if they're not in this hydrilla right here in the open. If they wrap around a tree, I'm pretty well done. Just want to break my rod. Okay. Let's see what we see here. If there's any movement, any action. So, looking for really dark spots. Or any water rippling. Tell me if you see something. Okay. Okay, I see some possibility, but I don't see movement yet. Okay. Okay. I'm looking. Cannot see any fins, tails, or shadows yet. So they might have moved on already. The best fishing is usually about 10 to 12 in the morning, and then 3 to 5 again in the afternoon. You know, you can do a lot of casting, walking, and cursing from 12 to 3, because you can see them and they look like they're eating, but they usually shut it down for some reason. And our sign does not read out for lunch. Okay, so let's take a little cruise in the water. Let's go uphill, because that's gonna be my quietest approach and best chance to get something. Just be really patient, really quiet. Okay, you're scanning basically from 6-8 feet in front of you to the limitations of your Polaroid glasses, which today is about 15 feet. On my right side, I can see about 25 feet easily outside of the overcast. Most likely they're going to be on my right side, so it makes it even tougher. If I want to put it on my left side, I have to be in 4, 5, 6, 8 feet of water to do so. So I gotta be really careful where I'm walking. As you can see, it drops off to about 15 feet and about 4 feet away from me. So you just gotta be really careful. Don't get what I call carp fever. Even though we are hunting buffaloes, it's the same technique and strategy. We look very, very similar to each other. We're approaching where I saw some last time. Sometimes you can actually walk right up on them. And if you're anywhere from 4 to 8 feet, you have to literally try to carefully lay the fly in front of them. Okay, there's a little deep spot right here. Comes in, so I gotta be careful there. Cuts my visibility down to about 4 feet on the right side of me right now, which is tough. Just gonna walk really quiet. I hope I see at least one more. Of course, when you haven't caught anything fishing, that's usually what you hope for. Okay, there's one right there. Probably can't see him. I'm sure he's still there.